What's going on YouTube? Andrew here for another episode of $1,000 Car Guy. I think I'm already getting bit by mosquitoes. Okay, so we are going to continue working on the Datsun 280Z V8 swap, and tonight's episode is going to be, hopefully, about swapping the sides of the exhaust manifold so that they now face forward and down, because currently they face rearwards and down. But I think I can swap the passenger side with the driver's side and therefore have them shoot forward and down for future turbo goodness. Also, hopefully Mark is going to stop by with a saw, and he's going to help us cut out that kind of pseudo cross member that used to support an SR20 in this car. So let's get started. So here's the passenger side that I'm talking about. I will need to lower the motor all the way down so I can get the chain off of it, because right now we're picking up one of the exhaust manifold studs to hold it together. Yeah, so we got to work on this side. I'm gonna have to try and get this nut off, and then the nut at the bottom. Hopefully it doesn't give me too much trouble. Also, I should state that this episode is sponsored by Leon's Garage Adventures, without whom I would not have this very, very nice snap-on electric doodad. I don't even know the real name of it. High capacity. Leon was nice enough to let me borrow this because he knows how much I suffer while working out here. So thank you very much, Leon, and I highly suggest everyone who wants to see some really amazing fabrication head over to Leon's Garage Adventures. I'll put a link in the description below. So I've never used any real power tools before, so hopefully we don't break anything. Oh, I need an extension. Well, that seems to be on there pretty good. And I don't think I can mess with the torque settings on this, so I guess we'll just keep going. I wonder if that one's going to be a problem for the dipstick tube. Well, all but one. That's not too bad, right? There we go. Little cheater pipe action. We're all set. Cool. Do you think the manifold just comes off now? Well, I suppose there's still some studs. Ha ha! That would have been pretty funny. Let me guess, this isn't long enough. Of course not. For once, I actually had the right socket. 9/16 deep. Man, power tools are nice. Okay, I think that's all of them now. And nope, there's still another one. There's a studded one. Duh. Well, I got my dipstick tube out now, I guess. Where are we gonna put this? Don't forget about that dipstick tube, people. Because I'm gonna. I think it was the third one in from the back. Whoa. Okay, so to answer my question, yes, it just comes right off. And the gasket stayed on the head. So the original idea was going to be something like this. But I'm afraid on the other side it's not going to work. So my plan, as you can see the passenger side mount right now, is to take that one off and put this one on in its place. And praying that it clears all these other bracketries and things like that. There's a chance. This might actually work. Plus, how sweet would this be if this actually works? Future generations will be able to use this information on their own 280Z 5.0 installation. Probably not going to be too common. Next up, it's time to remove this tube. And I got a real bad feeling about this one. You guys are going to like this. Since I don't have any good tools, I have this Duralast adjustable wrench because it happens to be a 1-inch size piece, and my guess is this is not going to come out without a fight because it looks all rusted up. Or there's a chance the motor will slip off of the stand. That'd be something. Hey! It's working! Good old sledgehammer. I knew this spear was good for something other than being a sledgehammer. Woohoo! Think the bottom will come off just as easy? I doubt it. And it won't anyway, because I have my hook here in the way. So, let's take the manifold off. Well, let's give it a couple whacks just in case. You know what? Let's take off that one bracket first, just so I don't smash it in there and get it permanently stuck. Plus, with power tools, everything's easy. Don't lose this nut. This one's going to be a little bit harder because I have to hit it going the opposite direction. But we'll see what happens. I suppose if I had real tools, I'd just cut it off. Alright, I'm done recording. Let's just skip to when it's off. Finally. Now we just gotta zip zoobity boo whoop a dop a dop bop bop, remove all them other bolts and studs. How did I ever live without this thing? There we go, just like the other one, only reversed. And now what we've all been waiting for. Is this gonna freaking work? Yes it is! Yes it is! Alright, let's actually get it bolted in before I go nutso. I think a smart tip would be to get them all started first and then do the torque down. Because my first plan definitely didn't work. Now we're not doing final torques in this because I want to be able to take this back off, especially when Leon needs to weld on all my new flanges. But this is for mock-up purposes only. Let's take a look at my handiwork. So we definitely got a very similar amount of clearance, except bam, right there. So we're definitely gonna whoosh, lop that off as soon as I figure out how the rerouting of the alternator is gonna go. But at least I can keep it on the same side now. And actually my mass airflow sensor should be able to fit right where it was, minus the you know, non-turbocharged goodness. But we'll probably be running it without a turbo for a little while, at least to get used to the new power gains, so we don't have to worry about that. What you think, Leon from On Point Fabrication? I think we're pretty lucky right there. Should be interesting to see how it lines up with the front cross member though. Next up, we're going to throw on the driver's side, which is now being made from the passenger side. Well, there's an interference problem. So there's no way that this header swap idea is going to work with the filter in the stock location. So we're going to have to get an oil filter relocation kit for this, which makes it even more race car. I have very little faith that this is going to work. Wow! Look how strong I am. How much oil do you think is left in there? Since we spilled the majority of it out. Huh. Kind of expected a lot of oil to come out of there. Interesting. We just want to keep any lizards and critters from getting in there, really. Or chunks of metal. Now we should be able to put the manifold on. Yes. Cool stuff, man. Hey, I think Mark's here.
Oh, hi, Mark.
How you doing? So besides the oil filter relocation, we're also going to have to bend or modify the dipstick tube, because where it is right now is not going to work. It is in the hole and it's close, but the bracket for mounting is over here and the bolt's over there. So we're going to have to think of something for that. We're probably just going to bend it. So Mark Boy here is being a gentleman and a scholar, and he's actually going to help me cut out this cross member. So we're gonna stand back and let him do kind of the heavy work, and hopefully nobody gets hurt. Mark smiles in the background. Nice job, Mark.
All right.
SR20 mount for a 280Z, anybody? Mark's being a real nice guy, and now he's gonna clean up those edges. Grind them as flush as possible. How nice. Now thanks to Mark, there's so much more room for activities. It's just gonna slide right in there. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the motor will not be going back in tonight because I'm still not done screwing around with the back of this thing. Whatever this line is, and basically relocating anything else with the harness that I can so that it can go tucked all the way up against the firewall. But you'll see that on a future episode of $1,000 Car Guy. So special thanks to Mark for stopping by and cutting out that bar. Special thanks to Leon for lending me the power tools, which I'm never going to be able to live without. And thank you for watching this episode. I'll see you on the next one.